Hello everyone, this is Dr. Shawn Pourgol. I'm president of National University of Medical Sciences in US and Panama and Spain. Today I want to speak with you about the differences between the health regulation in Canada and the United States. In Canada, the professions are responsible for regulating themselves once they're approved by the government. And as such, it becomes a big business. While they do this to protect the patients, it is done to control the profession. Because in Canada, any profession can practice without a license. So regulation is done to control the profession and restrict them. But it's a multi-million-dollar businesses. For example, acupuncturists in Ontario, the people who got it regulated, in 2 weeks they made $14 million from the board exams. So it's a big business, and it is hard to get, and once you get it, usually it's for life. In US it's different. In US, nobody can practice without a license. So professionals, they get a profession regulated to be able to practice that profession. But here, professions are not in charge of the professionals are not in charge of the profession, the regulatory college. The government is. So all the regulatory colleges, their staff are government employees, state employees. There are good things and bad things in either way. Good things is in the US, they want you to practice so they don't restrict you too much, and it's easier to get regulated because the government wants to create jobs. So they're not gonna make it very hard for you to get regulation. Usually in 2 years you can get regulated. In Canada, it takes sometimes up to 20 years. In Canada, they're starting to be in some provinces like US too, like in British Columbia, government is taking over. But generally, it is easier to get regulated in US. But the problem is the profession has to put the money. It costs a lot because we have to change the legislation at the state level, and they have to put the money and work at that without hoping to get money back. While in Canada, it's an investment. You put $200,000-$300,000, and if you get it regulated, the regulatory college can make millions. So it is a different system. We are trying to get the profession of naprapathy regulated here in Florida. I recommend to all of you to enroll in our online Doctor of Naprapathy program we offer in Spain and US, and get the DN degree. Right now, depending on your previous health education, it's 1 to 2 years. 1 year for doctors and 2 years for other health professionals, and tuition is $6,000 to $12,000. Once the profession gets regulated, then it is 3 years full time, $75,000, and you have to complete the 3-year program. So those who graduate now, we do our best to ensure that they are grandfathers into the profession. And if we are successful in doing this in Florida, we plan to do this in the other states as well. And we have big plans for naprapathy profession. Join us, and you would love the naprapathy degree we offer. It's a lot of clinical work, a lot of practical things you can use the next day in your practice. I'm also always here for you. My support, as I always say, is for life. It doesn't finish with your graduation. I've been walking for 2 hours in the neighborhood. Sorry if I sweat, but I love it. I love walking here. Beautiful palm trees, birds. It's just beautiful. And I love houses. Every house is different. It's so beautiful here. You hear the birds? Anyway, have a wonderful day. God bless.